Jack Shian and the King's Chalice. It's the first of a trilogy called the Shian Quest Trilogy, which is a fantasy fiction aimed primarily at 9 to 12-year-olds, but also maybe teenagers too. The Shian people live actually under the castle rock. There's kind of like a cave there, and that's where they have moved back in since the Stone of Destiny came back to Scotland. So the Stone of Destiny gives them the power, energises them, and so the Shian Square, which is underneath the castle, has opened up again and things are getting going again. There are 3 stories and they're all written, so in the second and third stories the characters move around a little bit, so it's based primarily in Edinburgh, but they have to get back to Edinburgh by the end of the third one, so there's quite a lot of travel involved. But they pop up every now and then in the castle because they have to go and see the Stone of Destiny. So they come up to the castle esplanade and they go down the high street and they go up to Arthur's Seat, so there's quite a few Edinburgh landmarks that are quite prominent in the start of the story. Jack Shian is 12 at the start of the first story. His parents have disappeared mysteriously, so part of the quest is actually about his search for lost parents as well as lost treasure, which will make the Stone of Destiny even more powerful.
What kind of things would you have to observe in somebody to know that they were a Shian?
The eyes are usually quite distinctive. Sometimes they're different colours, they're usually quite sharp. Sometimes they have slightly pointed ears, but people don't often notice things like that. People are very unobservant most of the time. It started from bedtime stories, and then I read a book called Scottish Fairy and Folk Belief that was written by 2 people from Glasgow a number of years ago, and that said that the Scottish folklore tradition goes back centuries. It's been there, and my grandmother certainly grew up with these stories, but they kind of disappeared. So I kind of thought, well, Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings showed that people had a great appetite for fantasy fiction, but they weren't in contemporary Scotland, so I thought it's time to bring them back in, because they've been here for hundreds of years, so they must be around somewhere. So I decided to give them a canvas and let them come back onto the scene here.